What's up, everybody? This is Review Box. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm Sinjin.
And today we are doing Dracula 2025. It's actually a French film. Do you know that?
I did not.
It's technically, it's like, in parentheses, it says it's a French film.
Does it really?
Even though it's not like, well, there's like, wait. No, the whole movie's not in French. It's in English. I'm smoked out. But I guess, like, that's where they made it. Dude, silence your phone, dude.
It's fucking Jacob, too.
Oh, my gosh. All right. We got to hold for that. All right. Anyways, we're doing Dracula. Okay. Wow, where do I even begin with this movie? I kind of like was speaking to Jacob about it. We don't got to give like a whole summary of the entire thing. Kind of just more like talking about it.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised you've seen it, to be honest. What prompted you to go see it?
Lucetta wanted to go see it.
Oh, so you were just like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
But then you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
okay.
because I like Dracula Untold, so.
So you're like, whatever. It's
Yeah.
just another story of another telling of Dracula.
Pretty much.
I was like, okay, like, you know what? Like, I seen the trailer for it, and it was like, okay. I think the most, like, attention-grabbing thing, I totally forgot her name, but the actor with the red hair who does that thing and all that.
When she's in the asylum or whatever.
Yeah, so, like, I saw that, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And then I think Christopher Watts, I think that's his name.
Dracula?
No. The guy who plays Christopher hopefully that's how you say his name. He's the
reporter?
He's the priest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I got I got beef with that guy too, but that's a different story. Well, no, it's actually about this story. That's why I got beef with him. But no, yeah, so I ended up watching the movie, and when I watched the movie, it's like, have you seen Nosferatu?
No.
Okay.
But I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay,
Which one? Isn't there like 7?
No, there's only 2.
Oh, okay.
I think there's literally the very first one that's like when film first started, and then basically the one that just
No,
came
you're talking
out.
the black and white one, right?
Yeah.
And aren't those European films?
Yes. So it's a whole thing.
Isn't that like BBC or some shit?
I'm not too sure. No. But like Nosferatu. All right, I guess I have to give you some lore real quick. So Nosferatu and Dracula.
Aren't they 2 different people? Well, characters?
Yes.
One's like the original vampire, and Dracula is his he turned?
No. Dracula was made first. The story of Dracula was made first. A different country, obviously it's like, how there's a bunch of Cinderella stories all over the world and everything like that. So it's kind of like that. I forgot what country exactly, but
Turkey?
A different country got the idea of Dracula but created their own vampire and called it Nosferatu. And this is back, almost 100 years ago now, probably even more now that I think about it. And, copyright claims weren't that big of a deal. So the country was like, hey, you ripped us off by making Nosferatu. And they're like, nah, we didn't. And they're like, yeah, you did. So that country's government went out to burn all the copies of Nosferatu.
That's fucking
because
crazy.
their stories of Nosferatu and Dracula are basically the same love story. Now, obviously, I don't want to just like put out misinformation, but I forget how the rest goes. But, basically the film obviously survived, and there's obviously Nosferatu. And then some people were saying, well, like folklore was saying, well, the story of Nosferatu is actually older than the story of Dracula. But people are saying, no, the story of Dracula is older than Nosferatu. Which brings it to like, when I saw Nosferatu, I would say it's a very erotic movie. No, like for real. It's like that's like a big thing about it.
Is that one of your posts? Is not enough vampire sex or something?
Yeah, not enough Nosferatu sex, but Nosferatu is very erotic. It really is, like straight up. It's a very erotic movie. So Dracula, like when I watched Dracula, I haven't seen a Dracula film. I can't even think of the last Dracula film I've seen.
Untold?
I don't even know if I've seen that one.
That's crazy.
So this new one, the 2025, 2026 version, I guess, because it's all over the place. But
you never seen the 1992 version with Keanu Reeves?
No, I don't. It's called Dracula?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't. But anyways, it's basically the same love story. This movie's not as erotic as Nosferatu, I will say that, but that's because the director of Nosferatu, not saying that he makes erotic movies, but I don't want to say he's more edgy because I feel like that kind of just feels like an insult.
He just doesn't give a fuck.
Nah, I just feel like theme wise, he's just very different, but he loves doing.
He's not afraid to show.
He's not afraid to show. Yeah, he's actually doing a new werewolf movie. So yeah, he's really cool. His name is Robert. I forgot his last name, so I don't want to get it wrong. But he also did The Lighthouse. If you've ever seen The Lighthouse. So, anyways, back to Dracula because I feel like Nosferatu's taken a lot of that, which is funny. I watched it, and it was good. I'm a sucker for love stories.
Correct. Same.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. There was a couple parts I didn't like. But before I get into that, I feel like I'm just kind of talking your head off. What's some stuff that you liked about it?
Caught me off guard. Like
okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No worries.
Like we're doing a pod about it.
You're like, what? I wasn't ready to talk about it.
Yo, for real. No, I don't know. I like the beginning scenes. Like, what is it? The 1400s?
When he's with his wife.
Yeah, I like those war scenes, and then I like when it shows him. I like that it shows a lot of his backstory, and that is when he turned his back on God, and then he kills the priest, and fucking what's it called? Jesus's eyes start bleeding, and there's fucking lightning flash. A little dramatic, but I like.
I think it had a great intro.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, okay. The intro really pulled me in. He's like, well, like I deny God, and I was like, oh, okay.
I thought that shit was funny though. It was how before he went to the war, he asked the priest like, can you just ask God to fucking protect my wife? And then he goes out to war, and then finds out like in the middle of shit, or it was pretty much like the end of shit. But he's like, oh, yeah, your wife's getting jumped in the forest. So this fool just takes off.
Your wife's getting jumped in the forest.
So this fool just takes off, beats the shit out of two guys, and then fucking throws the sword at the last guy, and then fucking kills his wife.
Yeah.
Like, he did that shit to himself. Like, she seemed like she was doing okay fighting him off. You could have ran up on him.
She should have just stayed home.
Yeah. Well, what was the point of moving her? I get it to, like, get you to a safer place, but it was safer in the castle than you would have been fucking traveling.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would assume, right? No, yeah, I really did like the love story. I feel like the intro of the movie actually brought me in, and because I was surprised about like the reviews. I was like, oh, people didn't like it. Now, as we start going through the movie, it's
gonna be one of those things that people don't like it now, and then like 10 years from now, there's gonna be another new Dracula movie, and they're gonna be like, oh, the 2025 one was way better.
Honestly, I low-key believe you on that. But no, I feel like
Jacob really likes the 92 version.
Has he said that he liked the 92
No,
version?
I just have a feeling. That fool said call him so he can give his input real quick.
We'll call him in a bit. We'll have Jacob on standby. We'll call him in a little bit. No, so, for those who don't know, Dracula is a love story. I've never read the book personally, but in this one, his wife dies, and then it basically says, he basically says, I'm going to go ahead and find you again. Mm-hmm. You're going to be resurrected, and I'm going to look for you. And it's like hundreds of years. And he does a lot of horrible stuff along the way. Obviously he's turning people into vampires.
Hear me
out. Wait.
It took him a long time to fucking do that. Because before he was just kind of searching, and then the plague happened. He was just kind of like, fucking everybody's dying.
Yeah. So no. So yeah, like he turns people into vampires against their will, and he's using them to like find like his love. He's like, okay, I will say that like
who's outsourcing,
dude. He outsourcing is crazy. He's yearning. He yearns. He yearns for her. We need to bring back yearning. Yearning is okay, but he's yearning for her.
Yeah. And
like, it's so funny because I want to compare Nosferatu again. So like, I feel like Dracula. Okay, hold up. Before I get into that, sorry. So basically, he does a bunch of horrible stuff because he's looking for her. It's the love of his life. He finally finds her. And I want to make this clear. When he finds her, he doesn't manipulate her into loving him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like brainwash her. He gives her choices. She says leave, he leaves. But then she starts kind of getting flashbacks of her previous life with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so like she kind of, and then she even says that she doesn't like her fiance or her husband.
No, she doesn't say she doesn't like him. She just doesn't know about marrying him anymore.
Yeah, like she's not in love with him like that. So like, you know, they kind of fall back in love and they get back in love. And I'm like, okay. And then he goes back to his castle just to be with his, like, the love of his life for the rest of their lives. And she, I want to make this clear, guys. She asks
To be turned.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't churn her. He doesn't he doesn't force himself on her like that at all.
Uh-huh.
So what got me so mad about this movie is that happens. And I'm honestly like, they could have went to the castle and it could have been the happy ending, right?
Yeah.
And then the church shows up.
The priest?
No, the entire church.
No, it's just the priest.
And who? In his army?
No, he hired mercenaries.
From the church.
Is it from? I don't think it's from the
Dude,
church.
Okay. Either way, the priest. Where's the priest from? The church.
Okay, yeah.
So just leave it to God to ruin the day.
Because if it was the church, to be honest, if it was the church, they would have all had holy weapons instead of fucking trying to hit this fool with fucking muskets.
That is true. I didn't think about it. But they come to his house and they do like a straight home invasion.
Fucking hitting that shit with cannonballs.
Mm-hmm, a B&E, like basically ruining everything that he like set up. And I was like, what? I was like, why are we doing this? And I was like, okay, like maybe they escape, whatever it may be. And I'm sitting there and I'm so locked into the movie. And then Dracula does something that literally made me not. It was one of the two big things of the movie I did not like. Where the priest is giving this speech about like, oh, do you want her to suffer, or like this isn't right, like some stupid.
No, he says
what did he say?
Dracula goes, she's my salvation, and then the priest goes, and you're her damnation.
Yeah, that was so dude, the priest was so manipulative. That was such
in a way, he's not wrong.
But no, he is. I disagree with you. I full-heartedly disagree with you.
Well, no, because he's saying, like, he's trying to say, like, you're gonna fucking make her, she's got to live in darkness now because the sun fucking burns them. Like, she has to feed on people, so she's becoming a monster or whatever. And, you know, the only reason she's becoming that is because she's in love with him.
But so, like, dude, I guess I'm just blinded by the lights, but, like, that's what she signed up for. Like, it would have been so different.
But that's like, say, would you be, okay, say you're, like, into some crazy shit, right? And then your fucking lady's like, I love you, so I'm just going to ride along. And, like, she has the possibility of getting hurt or hunted down. Are you going to be like, yeah.
Well, would you rather have that? But here's the thing. Would you rather have that or just nothing at all? At least they have a chance at love, bro. That's the thing. Like, she said, turn me. He said no. She said, please. He said, okay. Like, she kind of, like, she should know what she's signing up for. But, like, you know, that's, like, they're literally made for each other.
I guess.
No, dude, you can argue against it. Dude, we welcome arguing here on Review Box.
Well, it's just because, like, fucking I'm trying to think of what happened exactly. Because in Vampire Diaries, they kind of have, like, the same thing. Like, what's her name? The main character, I forgot her name.
I haven't seen
Nina Dobrev.
Yeah.
That's not the character. That's her real name.
Yeah.
She wants to be turned by her boyfriend. I don't remember if it's Stefan at the time or if it's the brother. One of them. And they're like, no, like, you don't want this. This is like, you're dumb, pretty much. And he's like, pretty much what he said in the show is like, I love you so much, I'm not going to put you through that.
Nah, they don't know what love is.
That's fucking crazy.
Nah.
See, what you're thinking is the toxic love. Like, let's ride this shit together.
What do you know? This literally like, oh, let's be like my ride or die. Like,
no, not even that. It's just like,
okay, but for the character of Dracula, like the way he was set up in this movie, that felt like such a betrayal to his character. Because I didn't. And maybe I didn't notice things, but I didn't see moments of doubt. until the very end when the priest gives his speech. There wasn't little moments of doubt along the way. I didn't see that.
Yeah, but that was because, okay, so he had zero doubt because at the beginning, I don't know if you know this dude tried to off himself. He was jumping out that window a lot. Like a lot.
Well, after he lost his girl.
It was after he lost his girl, and then he had already spent a while, just sulking about it. And then he realized he couldn't die. So then he was like, well, now, fuck, whatever. Like, what are you going to doubt? Like, you can't die. She's gone. So you're just going to look for her until you find her.
Yes. Like one would.
Yeah. So then by the time it's already at the end, he's like lived for 400 years. He finally found her. And then now he's thinking like, fuck, am I doing the right thing? Like really thinking about it?
I don't feel like
you feel like there was not enough time for him to switch.
Yes, there you go. I didn't feel that at all. I felt like we sat there, we watched the tragedy of his wife dying. Uh-huh. We watched him yearning to find her. We watched them fall back in love, and then basically he could have went to the castle. And what's funny is they would have never gotten hunted down again if it wasn't for the church. The church ruined everything.
Remember how he explains her? How she's like perfect. She's what's the word? She's how does it? Not perfect, but like she's pretty. Basically, he's making her to be out like this perfect angel. Mm-hmm. Like she could do no wrong, whatever.
Because she is. So you were saying that he was depicting her as an angel, and then towards the end of it,
when he's talking to the priest, I feel like he starts realizing like he's turning her in from that angel into a monster like himself.
Okay, I respect your perspective, even though it's wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
You remember when you did that all years ago? You told me and Josh during one of the pods. You were like, "I respect your guys' opinion, even though you're fucking wrong." And then you were like, "Sick ass gaslight."
No, I don't. But no, it's okay. Maybe I didn't see that, but I will stand.
It's all about perspective.
I will stand that like the Dracula I saw and witnessed, that it was out of character for him to like change at the very end and like die and lose her, because it was just like, dude, we did all this for what? And that's what broke my heart, because I was like, at the end of the day, I wanted them to be together.
Yeah.
But it was just like, literally, if like, okay, look, he did a lot of bad stuff. All right, let's not lie here. So
he fucking fed on an entire nunnery.
Okay. All right, say that again without cussing though, because I want to clip that one.
Did I say?
Low key, cussing a lot, but no worries. But just for reference.
Well, he killed an entire nunnery, he fed on an entire nunnery, and it was a little creepy the way he was doing. He was that old man. He was just like, he had his arms out like he was Jesus or something, and they were all just climbing up on him, and it looked real sensual.
Hear me out. He had to do that.
To look young and beautiful. I get that.
To look young and beautiful.
But why did it have to be a nunnery?
Because it just made sense that.
And you know what was funny is that was one of the inconsistencies that was kind of like, that I didn't care for. Is in the beginning when he's telling the story to the reporter or whatever. Is it a reporter? No, it's somebody that wanted, like, his company wanted to buy the mansion or some shit. I don't remember. Whoever that other guy is that he hangs up he's talking to.
No, that's her. Fiance, yeah,
that guy.
They do that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that guy's relationship with her and like Dracula, like you see how it's kind of a love triangle.
Yeah,
that's the same exact thing in Nosferatu. It's exactly like that.
That's pretty much in everyone, isn't it?
No, but but Nosferatu isn't Dracula, but it's the same story.
You're lying to yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying it because like that's how they did it without getting quote unquote sued. But like. My bad. It's just Nosferatu, I think, is very... Because I'll get to it. But I'm sorry. Go on.
I forgot.
So you were talking about the guy, when he was talking to the guy in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. When he's telling the story. When he's originally starts telling the story to that guy, because he was like, I'll give you one last wish or whatever. And the guy was like, tell me your story. And so in the beginning, you remember how I told you, or I said that during the plague, he was kind of like,
yeah.
He was saying that they were all taken to the church or whatever, the nunnery, to be taken care of and whatnot. And he said that he couldn't go in there because he wasn't welcomed.
Mm-hmm.
And then during that scene when he needs to be fed, he goes into a nunnery.
Okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, maybe.
And there, even in the nunnery, he was like, one of the nuns was like, "This is holy ground. You can't be here, or you're not welcomed here," or some shit like that. And he was just like,
"Wait, no. I swear I'm not tripping. If you pay real close attention, they invite him in."
"Oh yeah, they did. They did
Yes.
because they were like." They did it by because they didn't know who he was yet.
Yes,
You're
so they
right.
invited him.
Yeah. They did invite him in.
Yeah, I like how that aspect of vampires is kind of
They have to be invited in.
Is getting popular again
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know that ever existed until like years ago, and then now.
Well, that was the whole thing in like Vampire
Sinners
Diaries.
did it. Oh, see,
Vampire
I might
Diaries
need to watch
back
that.
in when Vampire Diaries came out, I think like 2005 or something. I don't know, like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Vampire Diaries came out. But like one of the first episodes is the vampires need to be invited in, or else they can't cross.
Copy. So I'm just gonna bring up. I love the love story and all that. I really like that. I think something I felt I can't really like pinpoint it, but some parts felt a little cheesy. That was like, oh, okay. I didn't like the ending. That was my personal vendetta. I didn't like the whole perfume segment.
Oh, about how it was pretty much like to get people to fall. It was kind of useless because he never ended up using it anyway.
Like
on her.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's another thing to add. Like, he didn't use it on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it kind of blew out the spot because he was talking. Everybody was downstairs. He threw it in the fire, and the priest noticed. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh no, that's Homeboy's fragrance.
Yeah. He was like,
easier.
Oh, I'm in love. Hold up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I didn't like the perfume. The whole perfume segment. I didn't like it. It felt a little weird to me.
Yeah. It was just kind of like one of those useless things they threw in there, and then they were just like, oh fuck. Well, it's already in there.
Yeah. And then moving to the numbers real quick, it did not break even. I think it took $45 million to make, and it only made $45 million in the box office.
Isn't that breaking even?
No, technically the rule is that you have to make double to break even because obviously the theater's taking some of that money and whatnot.
Oh, right,
yeah.
right.
Oh, look, we got a special guest.
No, dude.
That's funny. This is Mitt, everybody.
I thought you said you took him outside.
No, he doesn't go out. He didn't want to go outside. He's a
Oh.
weirdo, but I guess he's saying hi. That's so guys, this guy is usually not this friendly, I swear to you. Is there any part that you really didn't like? Those were the numbers real quick.
Any part I really, really didn't like was I can't think of anything.
You really liked it?
Well, no, I know I didn't like some things. I just can't remember the entire. I told you I
Copy.
saw it like 2 months ago, dog.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Well, I saw it a couple months ago.
I saw it when it first came out. It
Oh,
was-
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I remember because we talked about it.
I saw you in the theater. You didn't say hi to me.
No,
it was
fuck
weird.
You. No, you
I'm
didn't.
just kidding.
I don't even think we went to the same theater.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Unfortunately, I didn't go to Regal. I went to
Yeah,
AMC.
that's what I thought. I
But
was
it's
like,
because I'm an A-lister. But anyways, let's go into the
just
ratings.
went to the empty mall to go to the movies.
Exactly. Shout out. What do you give it? Full statement. Full sentence.
I give it like a 7.5.
What do you give what?
For what?
Like say the title and then.
Oh, I give Dracula. I think it's called a love story or something.
No, but you just call it
It's love?
Dracula.
I don't know. Dracula, I give a 7.5.
Okay.
It's not the greatest guy. Like I liked Dracula Untold way better. What I
Okay.
did like was that they didn't fucking boof out this Dracula.
Okay.
Like in Dracula Untold, this turns into thousands of bats. Like he could fly, do all kinds of crazy shit.
he could beat up Krillin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just shout out to Jacob. You know what's funny though is because I don't know why I just feel like Jacob really likes the 92 version.
I don't know. We're gonna call him.
But-
folks, hold on. We're gonna call Jacob in a bit.
I feel like he
like
likes
2
it
minutes.
because the 92 version is more of a horror thriller as to where this one, that 92 version is more told from Keanu Reeves' character's perspective.
And he's not Dracula.
No.
Copy.
They're telling that story from like the perspective of, oh, this is happening to me, I'm scared type shit. This one is telling the story from the perspective of Dracula.
Yes.
And that's what I like. I
Yes.
like whenever a movie does a backstory on a main character like that, I really like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, totally. So I will give Dracula a 6.5 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. There was just a couple things I felt like were a little offsetting, and then the character choice at the end is kind of really what like threw me out of it. I always say this: it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I feel like how it finished kind of left like a bad taste in my mouth, because I was like, I wasn't convinced that he was fully changed by then. And I'm a sucker for love. I wish they were together.
You love that toxic love, dog.
No, I do not. Let me go ahead and try to call Jacob, everybody. Hi, is this Jacob?
Maybe.
Okay, so we're entering the final thought segment of Review Box for Dracula. Before you give us your final thoughts, can you just give us your rating, and then can you just give me what your final thoughts are, or just some like some viewpoints of the movie?
So final thoughts for?
Yeah.
Wow.
Rating first. Rating first.
Rating first. Out of 10, honestly, I would give it a 5 out of 10. It's an average, all right movie.
Okay, and then your final thoughts?
Final thoughts, it's like, if they would have devoted a bit more time towards the beginning, like kind of establishing their connection as a couple, like you see them in the beginning, they're in the bedroom, they're having a lot of fun, you know. It was not enough, in my opinion. I wish we could have seen the beginning of their relationship in a sense, or at least more of it, for me to establish more of a connection with them. Like, I understand they're in love, but I would have just appreciated seeing a bit more, and that would have helped me attach more of a connection with them.
It's funny because your beef with it is that his character didn't have enough arc at the end to make a change, and his is not enough vampire sex.
Damn.
That was not it. No, hold on. Also, with that, I will say the turn at the end was dumb too, because I was like, it made no sense, because he did all this stuff. He hurt innocent, he killed innocent people.
Preach.
You know, just like did a bunch of fucking messed up shit, and all of a sudden,
did we know they were innocent though? Is everybody really innocent?
Well, I mean, you don't think
those nuns were.
Okay. The innocent nuns were trying to help him.
Oh, you know what? And the gargoyles did turn out to be children.
Yeah, true.
But that just felt like they were just trying to stab at us.
No, but Jacob, see, my point of view for the ending is that fucking he started realizing, because remember how he talks about Elizabetha? He says that, like, makes her out to be this angel. She could do no wrong. She's perfect, you know, whatever. And by the end, when he's talking to the priest, I feel like he starts realizing that he's turning her into that same monster he already is, and she's not the angel she once was.
I guess, yeah, I can see that, but again, I guess comes a little too quickly, like that. There's not enough. Again, they don't devote enough time to, like, it's just a quick turn, like, oh shit. Like, I guess, like, because he does say, like, you're turning over your own monster or whatever. Like, I don't know the exact words, but yeah, I see what you're saying, but it was just too quick of a pivot. I was just like, wait, what? Like, you did all this shit, and now you're gonna be like, no, you know, I have to die now. Sorry, babe.
I feel like if they took out the perfume scenes altogether, if they took those out and then dedicated a little bit more to his character arc and then what he's saying about their love story, you guys probably would have felt a little bit different about it.
Maybe.
Absolutely would have. But I mean, yeah, because I was talking to my brother about the perfume scenes, because he's like, oh, like, I guess his fiance really liked that, because he's like, she's like, it's a new context on, like, you know, how people are always attracted to vampires. Like, now it makes sense in this universe why it's all pheromones and stuff. I'm like, I guess if you want to make it all scientific and stuff, but it's like,
but even then, he didn't even use it on her, and
because he didn't need to, because she loved him. She just didn't know it was him.
Yes, we get it. You love toxic love, dog. We know.
It wasn't toxic. Okay, let me make it very clear. It was not toxic love.
Bruh.
The thing is, you have nothing to compare it to. So, Nosferatu, Wasn't Nosferatu toxic love, Jacob?
Oh yeah, that was like, oh my! I had to rewatch that too. It was like, yeah, that was very like it's not. It was unwarranted. Like she did not want him, but he forced himself on her. It's very.
That was
very, I can't
Nosferatu.
use the word, but
Yeah.
Yes, not Dracula. Nosferatu is a
Bro, just
completely
because
different,
both people love each other doesn't mean. But real quick,
dog, don't.
that's toxic love, bro.
Nah, I'm all for it. Anyways, thank you, Jacob, for your time. We will talk to you later. Everybody say bye to Jacob.
Bye, Jacob.
Peace.
Bye, review box. Bye, audience.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I feel like just the perfume scenes, if they got erased and then fucking they dedicated a little bit more time to the love story, because Jacob is right. Like, it was real quick. It was them making love. He went to war. She died. That was it. That was
true. And then the whole yearning in Act 2, half of Act 2.
Yeah, 400 years of him fucking having a hard on forward.
Being like, where are you?
Yeah.
So, all right. Any final thoughts before we go?
That was actually that was one thing I did not like was that they never explained like what the fuck. How did he know the reincarnation shit? Like, how did he know that any of that would come to?
Because it was just in his heart. He knew he would see her again.
And then since when does that happen in Dracula movies?
Bro.
The only time I've ever seen that was in Vampire Diaries.
Bro, it happened here in Dracula.
Kiss my ass. But the only time I've seen that happen is in Vampire Diaries. And it was like a doppelganger situation where there was like three different doppelgangers.
Yeah.
It was the original doppelganger, well, the originals, like the people that came like thousands of years ago, whatever, the original vampires, not original vampires, the vampires before there were actual vampires. I don't know how to explain that. They're immortals.
Copy, yeah.
And then the second set was vampires in like the 1500s. And then the third set is the modern day non-vampire.
Well, there you go. The first set was in the 1400s. Second set was like somewhere around the 1800s. But anyways, final thought before we go.
That was my final thought.
Okay, cool. All right. Final thought. It was a great movie. If you love a love story, go watch it.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's not like, look, this is
if
another
you're
thing
gonna
I'll say.
gonna criticize it, like being like going into the movie, if you're gonna be like, oh, if this isn't as good as 1992 version or the 1972 version,
You didn't even ask Jacob about the 1992 version.
Fuck, call him back.
No, I'm not gonna call him back.
Hold on, I'm gonna fucking voice message him real quick.
Not on the pod. Anyways, the movie won't change your life.
Dracula movie.
The movie won't change your life, but I suggest you still go watch it.
Just
and have
go
a good time.
open, fucking like you don't think of it as a Dracula movie. Just fucking go
No,
into it and
no,
be like,
think of it as a Dracula movie.
no, just go into it and be like, no, like don't go into it expecting it's gonna be like every other Dracula movie. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Because like a lot, Untold is different from 92. Fucking 92
Okay,
is
real
different
quick.
from.
In Untold, does he have a love interest?
Yeah,
Dracula.
but she doesn't die until the end of the movie, and it's more of like a fucking Amazing Spider-Man issue. She fucking falls off a cliff. He's trying to catch her. Like, he turns into bats, and he starts speeding down and just barely misses her as she hits the floor.
See, this Dracula would have never done that.
And
Thank
then
you.
He fucking dips out. Like, that's the end. He just fucking lives on forever, and then he moves on. You know what he does? He fucking moves on. Hundreds of years later, Fu moved on. He was like, she's gone. You know, what can I do? This is my life.
Well, we're yearners over here, so we don't like to hear that. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
Deuces.